So if you have everything out of the box for the Invictus Active Courtside, you should have all these parts. So you've got the two rear rollers, you've got the middle spacer sections, we've got the pole front and rear with a connection in the middle, you've got the back plate for your rear casters, and then you've got the front section where your front casters sit. If you've ordered the smart model, you'll have the speed sensor which fits in those two holes there next to the rollers, and you'll find a magnet in the roller. Smart plush, get the heart rate, and you'll also find a ratchet strap which can be used to secure your wheelchair more tightly to the trainer on the front section or on the rear, depending on the model of your wheelchair. So we're now going to do a quick guide on how you assemble the trainer, starting with the middle connection. So first up is connecting the two rollers together with the middle spacers. You'll notice the holes on each side. That allows you to increase or decrease the width. We suggest that your rear wheels of your sports chair sit in the middle of the rollers. So if you position your chair on, you'll then be able to connect the spacers using the thumb screws, depending on the width of your own chair. So screw those in. The middle section's facing inwards, and just repeat that on all four sides. So all four thumb screws tight. That's connecting the two rollers, and we're ready to move on to the front section. So the front section may already be assembled. The two side screws need to be loose. Take the front section, position in top, and then wind the T-bolt down. Now this enables you to increase and decrease the height to match your front casters, and we'll show at the end how important it is that the rear and front are the same level to get the best position of your wheelchair on the trainer. You then slide the pole into the middle spacer using the connector. Just go past the first lever and lock that off, and then we'll move on to the back connecting plate and connect to the middle spacer. To then get the rear pole, slide that through into the spacer and lock it off. We'll then take the rear plate. You'll notice underneath you've got different settings depending on the height of your casters. You slide that over the pole and lock it off. Now, depending on your wheelchair, you can obviously move the middle in and out. So you need your rear casters on the back and your front casters on the front. You can slide the back out further past if you need to decrease the overall length. But it is important that the front and the rear are the same height and they match your two casters, so that when you're pushing on the rollers, you're not getting any rock and everything is secure. So you then check over the trainer and make sure everything's tight. It's important that all the feet are square on the floor. So in this example, this isn't. They're twist, tilt and glides. So you position it, push some weight on it and make sure everything's square. As we've adjusted the front here, you'll notice that the front is not touching the floor. It's not an issue, those can be adjusted. So you undo the middle here, slide it out. Turn it upside down, take the rubber foot off, and then with a spanner you've got the ability to increase or decrease the height of that tilt and glide. So you need a 12mm and a 13mm spanner. First, unlock the silver, which will allow you to screw the tilt and glide out. And then if you lock the two against each other, when you've got the height required, you're then locking the black nut against the frame to ensure it's all locked in place. You then repeat that on the other side, and then the rubber should be touching the floor and be solid for use with your front casters. So that should be everything fully assembled. You just finally take off the clear wrap. That's just a protective wrap for the rollers, so remove it from the 4 rollers, and then everything is set up ready to go. We do recommend that when you use it, or when you set it up and you first use it, just send us a video on email. We'll check it over for you and make sure everything is set up correctly and you haven't missed anything, and more importantly that it's running well with your wheelchair. But any other questions or anything that you need to ask questions, get in touch. Thank you.